Welcome, learners. This lecture focuses on effective rural communication. We will explore the important aspects of conveying messages and fostering development within rural contexts. Understanding how to communicate effectively in these unique settings is paramount for various initiatives from public health campaigns to market expansion. Before we delve into subject, let's outline our learning objectives from this unit. By the end of this session, you should be able to understand the crucial role of communication in rural development. You will learn to identify the distinct socio-cultural and economic traits of rural audiences, grasp key principles for crafting messages that resonate, and differentiate between various message types, specifically informative, persuasive, and motivational. Furthermore, we aim for you to able to apply the steps for creating strong rural communication strategies and importantly to assess their effectiveness through feedback and tangible outcomes. Let's begin with an introduction to rural communication. In recent times, this field has gained considerable attention. On one hand, commercial entities are keen to market their products in rural areas. On the other, social service organizations are striving to distribute vital information such as health related messages in rural, tribal, and often remote regions. Given these trends, it is essential for us to thoroughly comprehend the fundamentals of rural communication, including its basic concept and the unique communication environment prevalent in these areas. This unit aims to shed light on the fundamental principles of rural communication by examining the communication process as it unfolds the rural settings. A key aspects we will highlight in the extent to which rural communication can be rendered ineffective due to what is termed noise. The noise refers to various interfering elements. We will also detail the several crucial factors that conversely contribute to the efficacy or effectiveness of rural communications. When discussing media in rural communication, we categorize it broadly into two types. First, mass media, which is also known as conventional media. It includes television, radio, and print, can have substantial efficacy. However, the second category, traditional media, often referred to as non conventional media like folk theatres, storytelling, and local art forms, is frequently perceived as more successful in engaging rural audiences. The efficacy of the chosen media is absolutely crucial. Several factors influence this effectiveness, including the specific audience demographics, their inherent media preferences, the actual channels and program they consume, and their overall audience behavior in response to different media. Now, let's explore the various factors affecting rural communication. It's important to understand that in rural environments, a strong communication ecosystem depends on a complex web of interconnected variables. These includes infrastructure, socio-cultural, economic, educational, technical, geographic, political, institutional, and media strategical elements. We will now examine some of these key factors in more detail. The first critical factor is infrastructure and accessibility. In many remote areas, inadequate roads and inefficient transit routes significantly hold up the delivery of print medias, the movement of vehicle for outreach, and the provision of extension services. Furthermore, communities able to operate radios, televisions, and even recharge mobile device is often diminished by frequent power outages and a general lack of reliable energy infrastructure. Limited to phone coverage, particularly in areas with low population density, creates what are known as communication black spots, forcing people to travel long distances for basic voice and data services. Next, we consider socio-cultural aspects. Low reading rates in many rural communities means that written materials like brochures, posters, and newspapers often fail to reach or effectively connect with their intended audience. This makes oral and visual communication strategies extremely important. Think of tools like folk theatre and illustrative wall paintings which can effectively overstep literacy barriers. Digital literacy is another concern. In some regions, up to 16% of working age rural residents may lack the ability to perform basic computer or smartphone functions, with minority groups often being more significantly affected. Finally, in multilingual environments, if messages are not translated into local dialects, development efforts can be misunderstood or even rejected. Economic aspects also play a significant role. Low family incomes directly constrain communication reach by limiting a household's ability to afford televisions, radios, mobile phones, or internet subscriptions. From a provider perspective, rural networks can be financially unappealing for telecom corporations due to low predicted return on investment. This often results in missed or delayed rollouts of necessary infrastructure. Moreover, in agricultural region, revenue often fluctuates with periodic harvests, impacting the consistent ability of residents to pay for communication services throughout the year. The fourth factor, literacy and educational aspects, is closely tied to communication effectiveness. There is a strong correlation between adult education levels and the consumption of written and digital information. Populations with higher literacy rates naturally engage more actively with print media and even SMS based recommendations. In locations where women literacy lags behind men's, gender sensitivity communication techniques are essential. This might include organizing women's group meetings or using audio based information to ensure conclusivity. Interestingly, ICT training and other school based programs have consistently improved students' digital skills, often enabling them to act as information brokers for their families. We also must consider geographic and environmental considerations. Areas with dispersed and scattered populations make it economically challenging to justify high capacity network installations, leaving many small settlements or hamlets with irregular or even non existent connectivity. Terrain barriers such as hills, dense greenery, and large bodies of water can significantly hamper radio broadcasts. Consequently, these areas may require additionally relay towers or alternative technologies like microwave links. Furthermore, extreme weather events, for example, floods and cyclones, frequently damage existing infrastructure, making it incredibly difficult to coordinate emergency response and maintain communication system when they are needed most. Finally, let's discuss media strategies and communication preferences. Rural audiences often exhibit what is known as media selectivity. This means Their reaction or mainstream media can differ significantly from their engagement with interpersonal channels and participatory tactics. Their preferences must be clearly mapped and utilized for maximum impact. Entertainment education groups such as folk songs, puppet shows, and radio dramas have proven highly successful in conveying health, sanitization, and agricultural lessons by skillfully fuzzing information with familiar cultural tales. For wider reach, especially in areas with low literacy rates, mobile SMS campaigns and interactive voice responses (IVR) systems provide scalable and low cost methods to circulate timely information like weather forecasts and market prices. To recap the factors affecting rural communication, it's crucial to emphasize their interconnectedness. Achieving effective rural communication isn't simple about addressing one isolated factor. Instead, it requires a deep understanding of the collaboration between infrastructure, prevailing socio-cultural norms, economic realities, education levels, geographic challenges, and a specific media preference. A holistic approach considering all these interacting elements is absolutely essential for designing communication strategies that are truly impactful and sustainable in rural contexts. We now move to developing effective rural communication. Creating a successful communication program for rural consumer is not a random process. It involves a structured approach. There are 7 key steps. These are: first is identifying and profiling the target audience, second, determining communication objectives, third, designing the message, fourth, selecting communication channels, fifth, budgeting for rural communication, sixth, designing the market communication mix strategy, and finally, the crucial seventh step of integrating the communication process and measuring impact and results. We will explore each of these steps in detail in our next video lecture. Today, we looked into factors affecting the rural communication, unique socio-cultural and economic characteristics of rural audiences, understood the fundamental of creating messages that connect and distinguish between three basic message types: motivating, persuasive, and informational.